All right, let's dive into some serious K-pop chart domination.
Sounds exciting.
Today we're talking all about Jin from BTS.
Ah, Jin.
And his solo single, Running Wild.
I've heard of this.
Yeah, it's blowing up, especially in the United Arab Emirates.
Interesting.
We're looking at an article from Star News, which is, like a major Korean entertainment outlet.
Yeah?
And they're helping us unpack just how big this is.
I'm ready to unpack it.
Okay, so Running Wild.
Yeah.
This is part of his debut solo album, Happy.
Oh, I remember that album.
Which came out back in November 2024.
Right.
And it's still, setting records, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's fascinating.
And it's not just your typical K-pop sound,
Really?
Yeah, the article describes it as this blend of British rock and pop rock with some new wave influences.
Oh, wow. That's a really interesting mix.
So, yeah, that got me thinking, could that be one of the reasons it's resonating so strongly in the UAE?
It's possible, yeah.
Because, it's not the first place that comes to mind when you think K-pop, right?
Yeah, not typically.
But, it's notable because
Yeah.
the UAE has such a diverse music market.
Yeah.
So for K-pop to, really break through there,
Yeah,
that is significant.
it is.
And you're right,
Yeah.
that genre fusion could be a big factor because it might be attracting listeners who wouldn't typically tune in to K-pop.
Right, it's opening up the genre to a whole new audience.
Exactly, tapping into a whole new audience.
Yeah.
So get this.
Okay.
Jin managed to top 4 key Spotify UAE charts simultaneously for 10 weeks in a row.
Whoa, 4 charts, 10 weeks? That's huge.
That's huge, right? We're talking weekly top songs, weekly top artists, daily top songs, and daily top artists charts.
Wow, all the major ones.
Yeah, and you have to remember, Spotify charts are fiercely competitive.
Hey, for sure.
Especially those daily charts.
Yeah, absolutely.
So for him to hold that top spot for 10 weeks straight,
yeah.
that means he's resonating with that UAE audience on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Consistently beating out other artists vying for those top spots.
That's right.
It's not just that he's charting,
Right.
it's who he's surpassing.
Oh, who is it?
So according to this article,
Yeah.
Running Wild actually beat out the streaming numbers of The Weeknd's Blinding Lights in the UAE.
Oh, wow. Blinding Lights.
Yeah.
The global mega hit.
Exactly.
That's a
Which means Running Wild is now the most streamed song ever on Spotify UAE.
Wow, that's incredible.
That's something else, right?
Yeah.
Because, The Weeknd, he's huge internationally.
Absolutely.
So for Jin to top his record in the UAE,
Right.
that says a lot about the power of both his music
Yeah.
and his fan base.
For sure, both of those things.
But
yeah.
it's not just a UAE phenomenon.
No?
It's not, no.
Wow.
The song peaked at number 6 on the global Spotify chart.
Ooh, okay.
So it has appeal way beyond just one region.
Yeah, definitely a global appeal.
But okay, it gets more interesting.
More interesting. Okay, I'm listening.
Running Wild also hit number 1 on the Spotify Japan Daily Top Songs chart.
Oh, wow, Japan too.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
It even surpassed BTS's own mega hit Butter in daily streams.
No way, surpassing Butter.
Yeah.
That's huge. That song was everywhere.
It was, right?
Yeah.
So that's a fascinating detail because it tells us this song's appeal.
Yeah,
It's not limited by language or cultural boundaries.
that's right.
It's not just a K-pop fan base there.
It seems like it's something much broader.
It is. It's something much broader.
So what is the secret sauce here?
Yeah, that's the big question.
We've got genre-bending, global appeal, a dedicated fan base.
Right.
What do you think is the biggest factor driving this success?
Well, it's probably a combination of all those things, right?
Yeah, most likely.
But what's really interesting to me is how this plays into the larger picture of K-pop's global impact.
Oh, yeah, the bigger picture.
Jin isn't the only BTS member seeing huge success with solo projects right now.
That's true.
Each of them is kind of carving their own path right now.
Yeah.
Which I think is incredible.
Definitely.
But how does this all tie back to the group's overall success?
Right. What does this mean for BTS as a whole?
That's a great question, and it's something we should definitely explore further.
Yeah, I'm really curious about that.
Is this solo success a sign of things to come for the future of K-pop? Could it change the dynamic within BTS itself?
It's possible, yeah.
Those are some really thought-provoking questions.
They are.
And luckily, we've got plenty more to unpack in this deep dive
Good.
to, help us figure it all out.
I'm excited to hear more.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, it's wild to think about how each member is finding their own individual success
Yeah.
while still being part of this, global phenomenon.
It's almost like we're watching a new era in K-pop unfold,
Yeah.
where you can have these thriving solo careers
Right.
without eclipsing, the power of the group.
Yeah. Right. It's like having the best of both worlds.
It is, yeah.
And it makes you wonder if this, individual exploration could actually be
Yeah.
the key to K-pop's continued growth.
It's an interesting thought.
Yeah, it could be. Because think about it.
Yeah.
You might have someone who discovers K-pop through Jin's like
Right.
rock-infused Running Wild.
Yeah.
And then they decide to like explore further,
Right.
Suddenly they're diving into this vast landscape of K-pop
Yeah.
and discovering all these other amazing groups and artists with completely different sounds.
Yeah, it creates a sort of gateway effect,
Yeah.
expanding the reach of the genre
Right, exactly.
in a way that might not have been possible otherwise if everyone just stuck to,
Right.
a single uniform style.
Yeah, it's like they're saying, hey, there's a whole world of K-pop out there.
Yeah,
And there's something for everyone.
exactly.
But flipping the coin,
Okay.
how do you think this individual success
Yeah.
might impact the dynamics within BTS itself?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
You can imagine some, level of competition arising.
Right.
But honestly, I think BTS has always been about pushing those boundaries together.
Right. They seem to thrive on that
Yeah.
collaborative energy.
Yeah.
And these solo experiences, they'll probably just fuel their creativity even further.
That's so.
It's like they're each bringing new ingredients to the table.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Ready to cook up something even more amazing.
Absolutely.
As a group.
Exactly. Instead of viewing it as,
Yeah.
a threat.
Right.
I think we could see this as a natural evolution.
Totally.
A way for them to grow
Yeah.
while simultaneously enriching their work as BTS.
It's like giving them space to breathe, to experiment,
Yeah.
to really tap into their own unique
Right.
artistic visions.
Yes.
And then they can bring all those fresh perspectives back to the
Absolutely.
group, making the music even richer and more dynamic.
And honestly, this evolution could be the key
Yeah.
to K-pop's long-term sustainability.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
By
By allowing that freedom,
right.
it helps prevent creative burnout.
Yeah.
Keeps the music scene fresh and innovative.
It's like ensuring a constant cycle of renewal
Yes.
and reinvention.
Exactly.
Speaking of reinvention,
Yeah.
the article mentions that Running Wild is the only song
Okay.
by a male K-pop artist
How?
to be included in Amazon Music's 2025 playlist
Really?
of 100 songs.
Wow, that's huge.
So that's a huge testament to the song's like crossover appeal.
It is, yeah.
It signifies that recognition from a major Western platform.
Yeah.
And it further emphasizes K-pop's growing influence
Right.
on the global music scene.
Yeah, for sure.
It seems like Jin and Running Wild are like at the forefront of this K-pop evolution.
Yeah.
Breaking down barriers, showing the world just how
Yeah.
diverse and dynamic the genre can be.
I agree.
But it's not just music, right?
No, you're right.
K-pop's impact is spreading
It is, yeah.
across various industries.
Yeah, definitely.
Fashion, beauty, food,
Right.
even language learning.
Yeah, all sorts of things.
It's become this global cultural
It
phenomenon
really has.
that transcends borders and connects people in a way we haven't seen before.
It's true.
It's like K-pop has become a language of its own.
Yeah, I like that.
Fostering a sense of community and shared passion
Yeah.
across the globe.
I agree.
And this cultural impact creates a powerful feedback loop,
Yeah,
fueling K-pop's growth even further.
it does.
As more people engage with this rich culture,
Yeah,
it increases demand for the music,
right.
leading to more opportunities for artists and greater global recognition.
It all kind of builds on itself.
It's fascinating how everything is interconnected.
Yeah.
Like we see this massive cultural wave building.
Uh-huh.
And it's carrying K-pop to new heights,
It is.
constantly pushing boundaries,
Yeah.
redefining what it means to be a global superstar.
Absolutely.
We're already seeing K-pop artists collaborating
Yeah,
with Western musicians, designers, companies,
right.
further blurring those
Yeah.
geographical and cultural boundaries.
It's really cool to see.
It's creating a more interconnected and diverse
Yeah,
global music handscape where everyone benefits.
I think so, yeah.
And it all ties back to this idea of
Yeah.
individual exploration leading to collective growth.
Right.
By embracing their unique talents, pushing their artistic boundaries,
Uh-huh.
artists like Jin Shar are helping to shape the future of K-pop
They are.
and its impact on the world.
It's an exciting time to be a fan of K-pop, that's for sure.
It is. It really is.
We're witnessing a genre in constant flux.
Yeah.
Who knows what other groundbreaking achievements await us
Exactly.
in the future.
So as we wrap up this part of our deep dive,
Okay.
let's shift gears a bit
Okay.
and consider the broader implications of this cultural phenomenon.
Right.
What does K-pop's global rise mean for the future of music?
Yeah.
How might it reshape our understanding of cultural exchange
Yeah.
on a global scale?
Those are some great questions.
Yeah.
And luckily, we have just enough time left in our deep dive
We do.
to explore some of those ideas.
Yeah, it's mind-blowing
I know, right?
to think about how K-pop has evolved
Yeah.
from this like niche genre to this global force
Yeah.
that's impacting,
Right.
everything from music to fashion,
Right. It's everywhere.
even to how we view the world.
It's remarkable how K-pop is challenging traditional notions of like global music.
Yeah.
It's not just Western pop anymore,
Right.
Dominating the airwaves.
Yeah.
K-pop is proving that music can transcend borders and connect people from all walks of life.
And it's not just about the catchy tunes
Right.
and like elaborate choreography.
Yeah.
It's about the whole experience.
Yeah,
The
totally.
fashion, the music videos, the fan culture, the sense of community.
It's like a complete package that
Yeah.
just draws you in.
It is. It's this immersive experience
Yeah.
that really sets K-pop apart.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It creates a space for fans to connect,
Yeah,
not just with the music,
Right.
but with each other.
and with a culture
Yeah.
that really values creativity and passion.
Oh, definitely. And speaking of passion, I've noticed that K-pop fans,
Yeah.
they're incredibly dedicated and engaged.
Oh, absolutely.
They're not just passive listeners. They're actively participating
Yeah.
in the music's success.
That's a really crucial aspect of K-pop's global rise.
Yeah.
The fans are more than just,
Yeah.
consumers.
Right.
They're an integral part of the ecosystem.
Totally.
They're promoting the music, translating lyrics,
Right.
creating fan art, organizing events.
It's a truly collaborative effort.
It is.
It's like they're ambassadors for K-pop,
Yeah, I like that.
Spreading the love, sharing their passion with the world.
And that level of engagement creates a ripple effect.
Oh,
It attracts new fans, further amplifies the music's reach.
it's like this beautiful cycle of
Yeah.
shared passion and creative energy.
And this energy is opening doors
Yeah.
for some really exciting collaborations.
Right, like we're seeing K-pop artists team up with
Yeah.
Western musicians, designers, global brands.
Right, creating this incredible fusion
Yeah.
of cultures and styles.
It's like the world of music is becoming more interconnected and fluid.
It is. And this cross-cultural exchange, it benefits everyone.
Totally. Like Western artists
Yeah.
gain exposure to new audiences and sounds,
Uh-huh.
while K-pop artists can experiment with different genres, expand their artistic horizons.
It's a win-win.
Yeah.
It pushes the boundaries of what's possible in music.
Right, and it challenges us to think beyond traditional genre classifications and just embrace the beauty of artistic collaboration and cultural exchange.
I think ultimately that's what makes K-pop's global success so inspiring.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a testament to the power of music to connect us, regardless of language,
Yeah.
background,
Right.
geographical location.
It gives us a glimpse into a future
Yeah.
where music truly transcends borders,
Yeah.
where cultural exchanges, celebrated creative collaborations break down barriers
Yeah.
and foster understanding.
Right, between people all over the world.
Well, what an incredible journey this deep dive has been.
I know, right?
We started with Jin's chart-topping success in the UAE
Yeah.
and ended up exploring the vast cultural impact of K-pop on a global scale.
It's amazing how one song can spark such a fascinating conversation.
I know, right?
It just goes to show that music is more than just entertainment.
Yeah,
It's a powerful force
totally.
that can shape our world in profound ways.
If you're as captivated by this K-pop phenomenon as we are, be sure to check out the source material, that insightful article from Star News, to delve deeper into the world of Jin and Running Wild. And remember, keep your ears open, your minds curious, and join us next time for another exciting deep dive.